Welcome to Clear Body Science, where we explain how the human body actually works. Before we begin, subscribe to Clear Body Science to continue building a system-level understanding of human biology. Most people believe energy comes directly from the food they eat. They associate energy with a sugar rush or a caffeine spike. That interpretation is biologically incorrect. Food is not energy. It is raw material. Biological energy is a specific molecule called ATP. If your body stopped producing ATP for even a few seconds, cellular function would cease immediately. This metabolic engine operates continuously, regardless of diet, schedule, or conscious effort. It is a non-optional requirement for survival. Today, we will analyze the three-stage system your body uses to manufacture usable energy. To understand this system, we must first define the output. ATP stands for adenosine triphosphate. It is the universal currency of biological energy. Every muscle contraction, every thought, and every digestive process is powered by ATP expenditure. Our goal is to understand how the body continuously produces and balances this molecule. 1. Glycolysis. The preparation system. The first stage of energy production is glycolysis. This system exists to break down glucose into smaller usable fragments. It occurs in the cytoplasm, not inside the mitochondria. Its function is to split one glucose molecule into two pyruvate molecules. This is comparable to refining crude oil into a form that can enter an engine. Glycolysis produces a small amount of ATP rapidly and operates without oxygen. If this system is disrupted, the mitochondria function like an engine without fuel. Without glycolysis, the deeper energy systems cannot begin. 2. The Krebs cycle, the extraction system. Once glucose is prepared, it enters the mitochondria. This begins the Krebs cycle, also known as the citric acid cycle. This system exists to extract high-energy electrons from the fuel molecule. Its function is not to generate large amounts of ATP yet, but to load electron transport carriers. Pyruvate is fully dismantled, carbon exits as carbon dioxide, and electrons are harvested. These electrons are loaded onto carrier molecules such as NADH. This is a precise, cyclical process of chemical disassembly. When this system fails to extract electrons efficiently, energy production stalls. Fuel remains present, but its potential cannot be accessed. 3. The electron transport chain, the generator system. The final and most critical stage is the electron transport chain. This system converts electron potential into large quantities of ATP. It takes place on the inner membrane of the mitochondria. Electrons from earlier stages power a biological pump that moves protons across the membrane. This creates high electrochemical pressure. Protons are forced back through a rotating turbine called ATP synthase. This mechanical rotation physically bonds phosphate groups, forming ATP. Approximately 95% of the body's usable energy is generated at this stage. Oxygen is required to accept electrons at the end of the chain. If oxygen is absent, or this system fails, the turbine stops immediately. Life cannot be sustained without this final conversion. You now understand that energy is not a feeling, but a manufactured molecule. It requires preparation, extraction, and mechanical generation. This system depends heavily on specific minerals to function. In our next analysis, we will examine magnesium, the mineral that stabilizes this entire energy process. This is why nutrition is not optional. The body does not run on calories. It runs on the systems that process them. Thank you for watching. Continue your analysis by selecting the next video on your screen.